Been a very stressful day and week in the news.
Boy, that is the understatement of the year. Coronavirus fears, the stock market free fall, global uncertainty, and then today an active shooter in Milwaukee with 7 people dead, and it's only Wednesday. This is a lot to deal with, and does it make you feel out of control sometimes? And probably just makes you want to turn off the TV because people just get overwhelmed. Christine Whelan is a clinical professor of consumer science in the UW School of Human Ecology. She is our monthly guest here on Live at 4, and we are so glad you're here today.
We need you today.
We need you today to talk about, you know, people tell me all the time that they love to watch the news, but they have to turn it off. It gets to be too much. That it's overwhelming and you feel out of control and you don't know how to process everything that's happening.
Absolutely. So there is a lot of research on this, that when it feels like the world around us is out of control, we pull inward. So instead of engaging with the world, what we do is pull inward to the self. We read more self-help books. We isolate ourselves. We focus on me rather than the we that we cannot control, right? And you know, when we have tragedies like today with this shooting, we want to say, oh, it could never happen to me, yet it does, and we have no control over when and where it happens.
Yeah, these people just showed up to go to work, a regular work day.
Absolutely.
And look what happened, tragedy.
Absolutely. And then, you know, on a national and really a global scale right now, we see the coronavirus. And this is something that is sort of terrifying to us because it is uncertainty at its maximum, right? It's a virus that you can't see. It is out there. It's some foreign thing out there, and yet it might be threatening our lives. We don't know about it.
It's uncertainty. I mean, the flu is killing more people than the coronavirus.
Absolutely.
We know the flu.
Right, so the thing that we fear most is uncertainty, right? But the flu seems more mundane. We've got it. So for example, like if you think about it, when you drive to work tomorrow morning, you are more at risk of getting in a car accident than you are, if you're a healthy American, of dying of the coronavirus. And yet we don't think about it. We just get in the car because it's our routine and it's what we know, right? So as a way of sort of predicting risk, humans are not really that awesome at it. So again, we fear uncertainty. We're not great at predicting risk. But you know, the other thing is that we also don't predict the risks of actually acting on our fears, right? So you see this global market crash, right? And it's because people are worried about what's going to happen next. Their anxiety leads to real financial consequences that actually are impacting people's pocketbooks in a way that the virus itself is not impacting people's health, at least in this country yet.
So how do you deal with it?
Yeah, how do you evaluate a hypothetical risk and a real risk?
Right. So first of all, we look to experts to do that, and so this is one reason why it is good to tune into media outlets that you trust to learn about what is actually going on, to hear from the doctors and experts, not just from, you know, the person down the street. The other thing is we do want to focus on the positive, right? We want to focus on the good things and the things that we can do ourselves. So, you know, we talk about the mundane. All health officials are telling us to wash our hands, and it just seems like, oh, that could be such a little thing, it couldn't actually help. It does, right? And so taking those small steps, creating the small routines that actually make us feel empowered, like we're doing something, that can actually make a difference. So, you know, tuning out some of the bad news, focusing on the small things that you can do. And, you know, one of the challenges with this coronavirus, though, is what I usually would tell people is to focus on community, on family gatherings, on bringing people together.
Go on a cruise.
Yeah, so perhaps not with this, but taking care of yourself while also taking those precautions, I think, is wash your hands, but with a smile on your face,
There
maybe.
you go.
Great advice as usual. Christine, thank you for being with us today.
Great to see you, Christine.
Thank you.